So you and I, as believers, we have eternal life. But what does it mean to have eternal life? Well, Jesus defines for us what eternal life is. John 17, verse 3. And this is life eternal. All right, that perks us up, right? He's about to tell us what eternal life is. And he goes on and he says, that they might know thee, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent. It's important to note as we read that verse that Jesus did not define eternal life solely in terms of length. Eternal life certainly means that we are going to live forever. After all, that's why it's called everlasting life, right? We are going to live forever. But there's much more to it than that. Even a lost person will exist forever in hell. The eternal life that God gives to us is not just what we would call length of life or quantity of life, but it is a quality of life. Look at the verse again. It is defined as knowing God the Father and knowing God the Son, Jesus Christ. Now, to know here means much more than just a body of information. It doesn't mean that you can just regurgitate facts about God that you have heard in your study of the Scriptures. This is talking about a personal, intimate knowledge, or should I say, relationship with God. Once we are regenerated, we can enjoy intimate, face-to-face fellowship with God because we now have His life. We have eternal life in us. 2 Peter 1, verse 4. That by these ye might be what? Partakers of the divine nature. That's what we're talking about, that eternal life that we now have as believers. We now know God and we know His Son, Jesus Christ. And we are partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. Because of the miracle of salvation that we call regeneration, we will have this relationship with God forever. I want you to know that nobody can take away your relationship with God. It doesn't matter what you are going through in life. You may be going through a very deep, dark valley right now in your life. I want you to know that God is there for you. You don't lose your relationship with God. We as Baptists call it the eternal security of the believer. And so you and I have been born again. We have that new life within us. We have the life of God, eternal life within us. Not something that we will receive somewhere in the future, but if you are a believer in Jesus Christ, you have everlasting life right now.